Good evening. This is Katie Hunter from MMA UK. I'm joined by my co-host, Lewis Smith.
Hi, everyone.
And we're joined by the fantastic James Webb.
How's it going, guys?
Really good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Very good. I just got myself home after a little session in the gym, so I'm ready for you.
What have you been doing tonight?
I was boxing tonight. Have a very good boxing coach. So me and him have just been working together.
So just to refresh people's memories, you fight out of SBG Swords in Ireland.
Yeah.
And you've also got a gym here in England. So where are you at the moment?
I'm in England. I'm in Colchester.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. I fly back tomorrow morning. So you're back in.
And you're still splitting your time pretty much 50-50 between both places?
It's more like 80-20, 70-30, you know? It's not 50-50. I sort of spend like a working week in Ireland. Then I'm home. I come back a little bit earlier this time. Well, I spent last week out in Ireland, actually. So I come home for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for a birthday weekend. But I'm back tomorrow till Friday night. And then I think I'm there next week to the weekend. And then I'm coming up to the fight. I think I'm out there then for the following weekend. And then it's fight night. So
is it exhausting doing all that travelling? I know it's not that far, but just spending your life in airports or what have you?
Nah, I've got the sus of it now, so I don't go to the airport too early. I turn up to Stansted about an hour before the flight. Fast track, priority boarding, straight on. The flight's only like 50 minutes to an hour.
Yeah.
And the same coming back as well, like just fast track it. I'm not spending that too much time in there. It's pretty quick. By the time you're through security, get a coffee, walk to your gate. Like you've got to walk forever when you're with Ryanair. You've always got to walk to the end of the airport. You're pretty much boarding the plane, you know. So I enjoy it, and it's actually, you know, like obviously I don't train in London anymore. A few years back, I used to find myself in London training, and it's more expensive going to London than it is for me going to Ireland. As mad as that sounds, you know.
Yeah.
It's actually it's like my 3rd year anniversary today, I think, or maybe no, it's the 3rd year anniversary today of me being there, you know. So
congratulations.
Yeah, it's been really emotional.
Well, it's obviously working well for you because the last time we spoke was at Cage Warriors 99 when you just got that super fast first round knockout victory over Jason Radcliffe. You were on cloud 9 and you said 2018 had been the best year ever, but 2019 doesn't sound like it's starting out too badly either.
Nah, these years are getting better. Like I've been saying they're the best years for my career for a long time. They're always getting better and better, and I plan on 2019 being the same, you know. I will go there in just under a month, 3 weeks this Saturday, and I will 100% take the belt without a doubt. So I'll start 2019 very strong, and then you know, just reset and see where we're going from there.
We thought you were going to get the title shot after your last fight. When did you find out, and how did you find out?
I didn't expect the title shot. Like I'm just happy enough to be fighting and to be fighting guys, and I'm happy like that. But I got the call on New Year's Eve, actually, about 7 o'clock, I think, from Chris. He rang me and just said, "You're fighting for the title." It was a nice feeling. That was good. It was a nice way to like finish off 2018. I think, you know, really was a nice way. And ever since that like call, I've just got my head down. You know, I had to wait for my passport to be renewed, so I was in the UK until about the 14th of January. But like the guys I have back home are savages, you know. So I kept sharp. I was just training a lot of jiu-jitsu, you know, a lot of Brazilian jiu-jitsu and the gi. For the guys doing the Europeans. And I was doing a lot of boxing as well, you know, still working on my conditioning. And then I went back there, and now it's just about tuning things up. I had 8 weeks to tune things up. So everything's going to plan. It's great.
Yeah.
Very good.
And you're fighting Thomas Robertson for the title. What do you make of him?
He's good, yeah, he's good. He wouldn't be fighting for the title if he wasn't, you know.
True.
he's good. He's a good guy. He's been around. he's like, I'd say he's very similar to myself. He's like fought, been given guys of like sometimes people would say of like of a higher caliber also, like almost, he's been just sort of fighting anyone. He doesn't seem to be looking for easy fights. He seems to be there to want to fight and progress his own career. And I'm happy that I'm fighting for the belt, but I'm happy I'm also fighting against him. It's another good test.
Yeah.
It'll just be a good fight, So
Yeah.
two guys trying to make their mark in Europe. Two guys who want to get the belt. It has to be a good fight, really. So.
Yeah. To me, one thing I noticed was that he only fought once last year, and he got a submission in the first round. So
yeah.
I guess he hasn't had that much octagon time, recently.
I
wonder if that'll affect him at all. I hope I'm right now. I think I've done my research.
Maybe I don't. Do you know what? I don't know. I don't really do too much research into all of that. You do have an insight into who you're fighting and what their strengths are. But I just focus on me. If I'm honest with you, like I'm gonna go out there and do me. He'll go do him, and that's about it. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it'll be a big concern really if he's only fought once last year. I don't know. He might have had reasons he only fought once. I like to stay active. I like to try and fight 3 or 4 times a year just because it gives me a goal. Like I'm doing this for a reason. I think the reason mainly is because I'd be obese if I didn't, and if I haven't got that goal in the sort of 8 to 12 weeks ahead, I'm just sitting here eating shite.
Fighting at heavyweight for the next time.
Yeah, exactly. So, I like to stay active. I think it's just good for my confidence right now. Like the wins are racking up, and I'm flying at the moment. I feel very good. It's going really good everywhere almost. Like I haven't got an aspect at the moment where I'm sort of struggling. My fitness is flying. I'm injury free. My rounds are going great. It's brilliant. I'm very excited to fight. Very excited.
Yeah. And obviously it's not as close as Colchester, but is it nice to be fighting pretty much at home again?
Yeah, like I love fighting in London. I like that venue a lot. And it doesn't really change too much. The sort of guys that were coming from Colchester, they'll travel up to London. They've been travelling.
Yeah.
A lot of them guys have travelled for many years to come watch me in different places, and that's not that far for them. They just want to go and have a little piss up, So they're happy enough. They're happy enough going down to London. That does feel like home now. Like I do feel like that's my home, too. So hopefully it'll be a very good crowd there. I've heard it's nearly sold out, so expecting big things for the main event.
Yeah, definitely. How does it feel to be the main event again?
It actually feels a little bit more normal than it did for Colchester. The Colchester one really took me back, because I never fought on the main card of Cage Warriors then, I just sort of I main evented the prelims, and then it was the main card. That was when I fought Pello in the summer last year, and then I got like pretty much bumped straight away to the main event, and I found that it brought out the best of me, like that the obstacles, the pressure that gets thrown at you, or the pressure you have to deal with. I felt that I took it well. I took it in my stride, and when I got told it was the main event for London, it felt right, I was like, yeah, it feels good, and again, I just can't wait to go out there now. Like I'm ready to go.
So do you feel they've built you up at the right speed, really? You're obviously on a 4-fight win streak, but every challenge you just kind of take it on, and it's as if it's nothing. There could have been a lot of pressure on you fighting, as the main event at Colchester.
I don't even know if saying built up's the right way. Like I just I don't know what goes on really behind the scenes. I don't really deal with too much of what happens. I just get told by Chris. Chris sort of deals with everything for me. He sort of like manages everything for me. So I don't really get involved in any of that. He just sort of just tells me I'm fighting. That's literally what it was, He didn't even tell me who my opponent was. He just told me at Christmas, he's like, you'll be fighting in London, I'm very happy for that relationship we have, like, where he can just sort of do that for me and let me get on with my life almost,
Yeah.
But Yeah, I mean, there could have been a lot of pressure for the Colchester event. I just think it felt very. It did feel very normal, not normal, but it felt all quite natural. And I've fought there a few times before, and like I think if you sit there and really think about it, it will get to you. But at the end of the day, as soon as you walk out, there's no you forget all that. You don't think about anything else. You just sort of go out there and get ready to fight. You're not thinking of cameras. You're not thinking of people. You're just focused, then. So. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe that's the way I look at it, or my mindset. I don't know if other people think of it the same way, but for me, as soon as it's showtime, like it's like time to switch on, so nothing else around me really matters.
Yeah. Lewis, have you got any questions for James?
Yeah, first of all, James, I'm really looking forward to the fight, buddy. I think it's going to be a really exciting one. It's going to be nice to see another middleweight champion coming through. Like we touched earlier, I know you were saying about you not sure if you've been built up at the right speed or if you've not been maybe come up fast. I personally think you've risen through the ranks quite quickly. A little while back you were someone that no one had heard of, and now you're headlining Cage Warriors, you're headlining Colchester, and you're getting a really sort of big belt. Well, the chance to win a really big belt. I mean, what does it mean to you to come up and win that belt in such a short? So I think is it 2 years since you made your pro debut?
No, well, actually, it'll be 2 years.
Yeah, it's quite a quick period.
It'll be 2 years on the 18th of February. Yeah.
I mean, what does it mean to you to come and win that belt in such a short period of time?
Everything. That's everything. Like before I even went pro, I already set that goal. Coming from a team of like guys that had all held that belt, that sort of was something I already put in my head and like told myself that's what I'll be looking to do. So
yeah.
It's the biggest thing. Like right now to me, I'm looking at a vision board. I don't even know if I can turn the board around, but it says right in front of me like Cage Warriors World Champ.
Yeah. It's a prestigious belt as well. Now it's a really big belt in Europe. So
yeah,
that's been something that I've wanted for a long time, and I do feel it potentially could have come up very fast, but like I fought the guys well in front of me, like Jason fought for that belt. His second 2 fights before that, wasn't it? So and I beat him, so I believe that I should be fighting for the belt, everyone that I got given to fight I finished, and I believe finished well, I think it's time, and I'm excited to fight for it. Like I said, it's everything. Like that to me is it's everything right now. Winning that belt is everything, and that's the thing that's been on my mind, not just since like the pro debut, since I started training over with Chris. That was what we spoke about, what I want to get out of it. And I remember saying I want to be a Cage Warriors champion, so it feels like maybe to the outside it's come fast, but for me it's something that's been there for a long time working,
Yeah.
So,
what's the long-term goals for you as well, James? I know, like, obviously 2 years since you turned pro. Give it a couple of years down the line. Where do you see yourself? What's the long-term goals in MMA for you?
Right now, the long-term goal is obviously going to be the UFC.
Yeah.
Whenever it comes, that will come as well. Like I knew I was going to get the opportunity to fight for the belt at some point in my career, and I know that I'll fight for the UFC.
Yeah.
It used to seem a bit of a far-fetched goal at some point, like when you say that to people. But at the moment, I feel like picking up this belt and then maybe defending it, the chance of being in the UFC is quite high. Could be quite, it could be there for me, So that's a long-term goal, not even a long-term goal, but a long-term goal. Just all I want to get out of this sport really is, a gym, and then to be a successful coach myself in the future. But the UFC is definitely something I'm looking for, and again on that vision board, I've got that I'm going to sign it this year from, So
yeah. And one thing we've got the maracas on there, Katie, have we?
Sorry, I've been told that we've got questions for James on YouTube, and I'm trying to unsuccessfully grab my laptop.
We'll get some of the questions for James off YouTube. Yeah. James, just quickly, while she looks far, what I wanted to ask as well, you spoke a little bit about the O2 Arena. What's your thoughts on the venue? Because it's not. I've been there a couple of times for Cage Warriors now, up to the O2. It's the Indigo Theatre, and the cage is on like a stage. What's your thoughts on that? It's different, isn't it?
It's very different, yeah. Like I always get worried, thinking I'm going to trip up as I go up the stairs. It's I like that. I like that. Have you been in the cage there?
I've not been in the cage. No.
I have.
So when like you look up at the balcony, that's a mad view.
Yeah.
You know, so when you're in the cage, so I beat Pello there, and I remember looking up and just seeing like this. But I don't know, it was like the maddest thing I've ever seen. You know, so I really like it there. You know, the downstairs area gets very busy. I like being raised up. It seems a little bit more like a gladiator vibe, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's good for fans as well. Like from a fan's perspective, I know you said you get a lot of guys going up to watch you, but when you're down on that floor, it's kind of like being in a nightclub as well, because they blast the music out as well, and they got the bar right next. So it is a very different atmosphere in the O2. So I think it's definitely a good venue, especially if you've got like a lot of people nearby.
Yeah, definitely. If you're going, a lot of people going. I think, they get more of a night out out of it. You know, like it's a good vibe there. You know, there is a good vibe there, and I think the venue, I think the way they make it look is amazing. Like, I really do enjoy that venue. You know, I think they do some bigger arenas. I think the Echo's bigger, isn't it? And
yeah, I would think that. So.
I think even the one in Wales, they went to 2 venues. I think last time.
They do Newport and the Ice Arena. The Ice Arena is quite big.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's something about maybe there's just something about the London show. You know.
Yeah. What's the best place you fought, James?
The best place.
Yeah.
Yes, it's the
I'll say, yeah.
Well, I'd have to say headlining Cage Warriors 99 back in my hometown, but really, it's probably the O2. Yeah, that's the best place, you know. So. Yeah,
because Colchester, I've been to Colchester, but that's a smaller arena in Colchester, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah. It's not. It's just a hall. It's just a hall, like a sort of where.
Like a leisure centre, isn't it?
It is a leisure centre. You'd have like 4 badminton courts almost, you know what I mean? That's that's the sort of venue it is. So, but they make that look great as well, you know. Like, I think their production team make anything look good, you know. So, that is a small venue though, very small. I think that holds about 900 maybe, something like that, you know. And that's like rammed, you know. Then.
Yeah, especially with the layout they've got with the tables by the cage. Yeah.
Yeah, that takes a bit of room up too. Yeah.
So what about the possibility of becoming a double weight champ? That seems to be popular at the moment. And you said you like eating. Would you consider that?
I mean, I'm not going down. There's no way I could go down in it. Definitely, my body won't go down. Like I physically couldn't make welterweight, you know. Like,
no, I meant up. Would you consider going up?
I mean, I don't know. Like I know people like to be the champ and all that, but like I don't really care that much. Winning one belt's gonna be. I mean, like I'm not interested in that. Like I think just win your belt. You know, like defend it, whatever you got to do with it. I'm not gonna be looking to fight the next division up. You know that. They're you know, I find myself as a big middleweight. I don't want to be fighting a guy that's a big light heavyweight, you know. So, I'm not too fussed about that, you know. Like I said, one belt's enough, you know. So.
Okay, well, I've managed to find these questions. Hopefully,
there's nothing too rude there.
Some of them are our boss being rude to Lewis, so if they are rude, that's why.
Nothing
Lewis,
new there.
What are your thoughts on Scotland being on top? Is this the rugby?
On top of the Six Nations, I think that means, isn't it?
I guess it must be, yeah.
It's only the first weekend gone, so long way to go. I mean, it's good. It's good. Scotland's doing well, you know. They're not as good as Wales, but yeah. I like Scotland, second favourite team, so all good.
And this goes back to something we were talking about last week, James. Somebody sent in this question, and now we need to get it answered by everyone. How many Jaffa cakes can you eat in a minute?
No drink.
36.
No drink.
A 3-pack, 36, easy.
That's a bold claim. That's a bold claim.
What was the record, Lewis?
I think it was. I can't even remember what it was.
Me.
Was it?
36.
I think wasn't it 70 odd or something like that.
In a minute.
I can't remember what it
listen,
was.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I haven't tried
Right.
that yet. I tried the cinnamon challenge. I tried to do that once.
How did that go? I've seen people be really ill after doing
yeah,
that.
like, I felt like actually I was gonna choke.
Yeah.
But I actually didn't think it was like I can't remember how it went down. But someone said, "Dude, try and do this," and then all of a sudden I was trying to swallow and I couldn't. I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah.
So that was a bit mad. But I would have to try the Jaffa Cake one and get back to you.
Let's maybe wait till after the 2nd of March.
Yeah, maybe.
We've got another one here from Chris Emmanuel. Who do you see as your biggest threat in UK MMA in your weight class?
Is that in the promotion? What promotions we're talking about?
Overall? I think it's in the whole of the UK.
There's a few guys that are very good, you know. Obviously, you had Lee Chadwick, that was obviously the ex-Cage Warriors champ. And then now he's fighting Fabian Edwards in Bellator. Two very good guys there. Who else we got? There's some guys in Ireland that are very good. Another middleweight over there I train with is very good. Do you know what? I just think I think it comes down to turning up on the day. You know, like there's obviously threats out there like to everyone, but I just think it's the consistency you can perform at. Like I think anyone on their day, especially at a professional level, most of the guys know how to throw a half decent punch, especially at middleweight. You get caught by anybody. Like I got caught and fortunately managed to get back up, but that could have been lights out, So I think I don't know. I feel like I'm one of the best UK middleweights out there, but there's definitely a lot of very good guys, a lot of talented guys that are up there as well. So I don't know. Maybe our paths cross. Maybe they don't. Who knows? Who knows what happens? But I don't really concern myself too much on what the other guys are doing. I just try and focus on me and try and just progress myself. So one fight at a time, etc.
Awesome. Well, I'm really looking forward to your fight on the 2nd of March. Unfortunately, Rise of Champions is the same night. So for the first time in ages, I'm not going to be at Cage Warriors London. So I'll be sneakily watching it on Fight Pass anyway on my phone from Brentwood Centre. But wishing you the best of luck. Have you got any final words, Lewis?
No, just obviously, like you said, wish James all the best of luck. I think it's going to be a really good show. I know you got Thundercat White's making his return from the UFC on that card as well. So, and Nathan Jones is another good fight on that card. So, plenty of good fights, and I think it's going to be a really good night. So, all the best for you, James.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Cheers for having me, guys. Thank you.
Thanks, James.
No worries. See you soon.
Bye, James.